Cherry blossom, the scent of rain on mango leaves. The monsoon arrived early that year in Chikhalwadi, a sleepy village nestled among the Sahyadri hills. The rain swept in like a forgotten melody, gentle, melancholic, and unrelenting. They soaked the red earth, danced on tin rooftops, and clung to the mango leaves like a memory refusing to fade. To Meher, who had just returned after 5 years, the rain wasn't just weather, it was emotion. It was the sound of a past she had tried so hard to silence. Meher stepped out of the hired taxi, her boots sinking slightly into the wet mud. Before her stood the house she had run from, a house that once echoed with laughter and dreams. She held a rusted key in her hand, one that used to dangle from her mother's waist chain. The gate creaked in recognition as she pushed it open, and the scent of damp earth mixed with turmeric and old wounds welcomed her. Inside, her grandmother, her Aji, lay propped up on a charpoy, aged, frail, but fiercely alive. "You came," Aji whispered, as though Meher's presence had been conjured from a long-forgotten prayer. "I came for you," Meher replied, brushing her wet curls back. Not for him. But even as she said it, Meher knew it wasn't true. The last time she was here, her wedding lehenga had been folded and ready, marigold strings lined the walls, and her heart was a kite in the wind. Aarav, her childhood friend, her secret keeper, her almost husband, was the groom. The night before the wedding, he vanished without a goodbye, a note, or an explanation. People whispered about betrayal. Aji blamed fate. Meher blamed herself. And then she disappeared to Mumbai, burying herself in textbooks, boardrooms, and noise. But noise can't drown silence. And silence waited for her. Chikhalwadi hadn't changed much. The same muddy paths, same pond-stained temple walls, same mango orchard where Aarav used to race her after school. But Meher had changed. She had taught herself to smile without softness, to speak without vulnerability, to exist without roots. Still, the rain chipped away at her armor, slowly, persistently. She spent her mornings helping Aji with herbal oils and traditional recipes, her afternoons reading under the banyan tree, and her nights sketching the old orchard in charcoal. Some wounds, she realized, don't scar, they bloom. Then one Sunday, fate struck again. It was at the village market, beneath leaking tarps and colorful umbrellas, that she saw him, Aarav. Taller now, darker perhaps, with a beard and eyes too familiar to forget. He was haggling with a fruit vendor like he had never left. Meher froze. Time folded in on itself. Her heart raced. When their eyes met, she felt it again, that inexplicable ache of first love and unfinished endings. He walked toward her, slow, uncertain. Meher. Just her name, but it undid 5 years of silence. "You shouldn't be here," she managed. "And yet here we are," he said, rain dripping from his hair. "I owe you the truth." She wanted to yell. To walk away. To tell him he didn't matter anymore. But the tremble in her fingers betrayed her. "You left. On our wedding day. I deserved a goodbye." His gaze fell. "I got the scholarship. Mumbai University. A full ride. It arrived the night before the wedding." She stared at him. "So you chose your future over me. I chose to let you hate me instead of tying you to uncertainty. I was scared. Of failing you. Of holding you back. I didn't have the courage to explain." He pulled a bundle from his satchel, letters, yellowed, worn, stained by time. "I wrote. Every week. I just never posted them. Meher took them. That night, she read each one under a flickering lantern. One began, "The rain fell today, and I saw your eyes in every drop." Another read, "Every mango I taste still feels like it belongs to you." Each letter was a breadcrumb of regret, of longing, of love that had never truly left. Aji, perceptive even through her years, asked, "Have you forgiven him?" Meher shook her head. "Then you still love him?" Aji replied, as if love and forgiveness were woven threads of the same fabric. Later that week, Aarav appeared again, this time not with excuses, but with a tin box buried beneath the orchard tree. Inside were old property papers, signed over to her. "I bought this land back. For you. It's yours. Something real. Something I could give, even if you never speak to me again." "Why would you do that?" she asked. "Because words failed me. But actions. I hope they won't." She looked around. The tree where he first kissed her. The mud path where they scraped their knees. The breeze that still carried her name like a song. And in that stillness, she stepped forward and kissed him. Not to forget, but to begin again. Now, every monsoon in Chikhalwadi smells like raw mango, wet earth, and a second chance. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Whispers of Love. 2 hearts. Leave a comment below. Have you ever been given a second chance at love? Or perhaps you're still waiting for yours? Let the rain know your story. Cloud with Rain Love Letter.